Insperity presents the Small Business Advocate Show with Jim Blasingame, brought to you by FedEx, CareerBuilder.com, and Palo Alto Software. This is a copyrighted production of Small Business Network, Inc., all rights reserved.
Jim Blasingame, he's the cyber king of small business. Search Google for small business expert, and he's tops on the list.
I guess that makes you number one.
He's number one on Google and number one in our hearts.
Aww.
He's Jim Blasingame, the small business advocate.
Welcome back, 34 after the hour. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. Thanks for being part of my day as we continue to celebrate the 13th anniversary of the Small Business Advocate Show. And today is the day. We've been obnoxious about this all week, but today is the official 13th anniversary day. 13 years ago today, I started broadcasting on the radio, and actually 2 months later, we started simulcasting on the internet. We've been simulcasting on the internet since 1998, and if you're wondering how early that was, Microsoft didn't have a player in 1998. Adam Audette remembers those days. He's just a baby, but he's been around a long time in terms of the internet. He's one of the pioneers, especially in the area of making sure that when you do something on the internet, that customers have an opportunity to find you. He's the president and chief strategist of Audette Media. He's one of the world's leading SEO experts. You may remember a company called Multimedia Marketing Group, MMG. I've known about them for a long time. He was with them for a number of years, and we have asked him to join us to help us get smarter about SEO. Adam Audette, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Jim. Great to be here.
It's good to have you here. My employees listened to you in a webinar. They were very impressed with what you had to say, and so that's the reason how we found you, Adam, and why we wanted you to talk to us about this. Let's take this segment and explain to the audience what search engine optimization is all about, SEO, and why it should be on their minds all the time.
Definitely. So search engine optimization, or SEO, is basically just getting visibility for your website and getting traffic from search engines. And today, when we started, Jim, back in the late 90s, there were a number of search engines, and Google wasn't one of them.
Right.
It was Yahoo Directory, it was Alta Vista and Excite. Mm-hmm. Yep. Now today, Google's got all the market share. So while Bing is they're really pushing for more market share, they really just don't have it right now. So today, SEO is really about Google.
Google's the gorilla. Google's the gorilla, aren't they?
That's right. That's the 800-pound gorilla. And while we do think about some of the other engines and sources, that that's really the primary one we focus on.
But regardless of whether it's Google or not, optimization is the key, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So what does that mean?
Right. And so what that means is basically putting your relevant content or relevant business offerings, services, etc., putting that so that it comes up prominently in the search engines when someone does a search. So somebody puts in, I'm looking for business consulting in Tampa, Florida. You want if you offer that, you want that to be coming up high in the results. So we optimize websites. Now, there's all kinds of different sort of channels, for lack of a better term, in search engines, from something you can pay for to results that are free that you have to work for and compete against other websites.
So one is search engine marketing, and the other one is search engine. What's the other term for that?
Search engine marketing, or PPC. That's paid search.
Right,
and then
paid
search
search,
engine optimization, or SEO.
So one is where you pay for it. You pay for keywords, right?
Correct, yes. And that is on a cost-per-click basis. So put your terms in, pay for them when somebody clicks.
And then the other is just more of a passive. The classic SEO is more of a passive method, which is where you just do your very best to make sure that if you sell some particular thing, when people search for that you come as high up on the list as possible.
That's exactly right, yep.
Yeah.
And that, we don't know Google's algorithms, super secret algorithms, how they rank pages and sites.
I was hoping you'd be able to tell us about that. I thought surely you'd bring those to us right now. Of course, if you did,
if I had that, I'd probably be a rich man.
But and of course, that's one of their main mottos is do no evil. Sometimes I think their algorithms do a little evil. What do you think?
Oh yeah. Now this is
the way they change them.
You hit on it. There's a lot of we'll call it spam for lack of a better word. There's a lot of spam in the marketplace, and so there's some people doing some really unethical things, getting their junk, frankly, to be prominent.
Right.
And you'll hear people talk about that as SEO, and it really isn't, because
it's abuse.
SEO is trying to achieve relevance for the results, and the spam is really trying to just put anything there they can.
And the search engines have a job to keep that to weed those guys out, and it's not always easy. And so, folks, what we're going to do as we continue to talk. Adam just explained to us what search engine optimization is. It's a way of getting your content, whatever's on your website, as prominent as possible. But how can you be prominent across the entire internet if you're just a little company in Peoria, Illinois? When we come back, Adam's going to help you understand how you can actually do that. 20 Tail, stay with us.
Insperity presents the Small Business Advocate Show with Jim Blasingame, brought to you by FedEx, CareerBuilder.com, and Palo Alto Software. This is a copyrighted production of Small Business Network, Inc., intended for the private use of our audience. Except as otherwise provided by copyright law, all other copying, redistribution, or publication without prior written consent is prohibited. All rights reserved. Prohibited. All rights reserved. Prohibited.